What's up, family? It's Sway.
Andrea.
And today we are going to be doing a little mukbang, a little Chili's mukbang.
Hell yeah.
But then also reacting to actually, no. We're reacting to DDG and Halle. There's this video that someone posted. It was one of the little shade pages. It's the signs were there. 10 red flags that we overlooked about like their relationship. So we're just going to give that a quick little look. Because as you know, there's allegations that DDG was like physically abusive and like
all this
different
shit.
stuff, and it's just weird timing. Like, I'm not saying it happened, I'm not saying it didn't happen. That's their business, honestly.
That's on them. But
it's just weird timing. So I just want to kind of see, like, is there signs that we overlooked, and maybe we're just so like, oh, couple, that we just didn't see it. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Not too much talking. Actually, let's show y'all what we eating on first.
Nope.
I got a shrimp bowl.
That looks bomb, actually.
Yeah, it is bomb. Y'all want to get into it a little more?
Yeah, we ain't say
There you
having
go.
Oh. And
I got me some mashed potatoes.
I want some mashed potatoes.
Want some?
I'm joking. And then I got the trio, y'all. So I got some mozzarella, some. What else I got?
Let me do it for you.
Yeah, I'm clumsy, y'all. Some sliders and some chicken wings.
Yep.
And some French fries. You don't need that. That's pretty much it.
Yep.
All right.
Let's get right into it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, ever since it's been reported that movie star Halle Bailey was granted a restraining order against her baby daddy DDG, fans have been pointing out some key red flags and also some toxic traits and toxic signs that we overlooked, not only about DDG but also about Halle Bailey. So let's go ahead and get into 5 signs.
I'm glad it's going both ways. And not just one way.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
Yep, that's correct.
Each 10 in total that DDG and Halle were both toxic, or let's just say they had toxic traits, and that their relationship was most likely destined to fail. Now, just a little disclaimer, this is not 10 signs on how we knew that Halle and DDG were going to end up in a DV relationship. That's not what this video is. This is 10 signs in total on how we knew that both Halle and DDG had toxic traits and their relationship was most likely destined to fail. Now let's go ahead and start off with this clip right here. Now this is a clip of DDG getting completely upset and very angry with his nephew Woo Wop. It seems like DDG was trying to express something and his nephew Woo Wop, he interrupted him, and DDG gets so upset. Y'all have to look at these kids' faces because they was looking at DDG like, what is wrong with you? Like, are you okay?
Trying to cancel me. These Valencia, what?
You see this house in Florida? Well, let me show you how I invested into it with just a few $100. I did it using something.
Please stop. Just let me get my bars off. What? Please, man. Please, I'm begging you. That ain't the same impact. Can y'all act like it's hype again?
Y'all can even see Halle's face in the background. She's like, cool out, chill out. And the kids are like, what is going on with you? Now, this next clip is a clip of Halle admitting that while she may seem nice and innocent online, she basically says that people really don't know her behind the scenes because she can go to war, okay? She can go to war with her yelling and the way that she argues.
Pause. Let's be very clear. Anybody knows Chloe and Halle, even from like their real young prodigy days, they knew Halle didn't play about Chloe because Chloe was always like the soft one, the soft-spoken one, and Halle played all day. But she also said for years on end she never played about her siblings.
Argues with people, and then she goes into blaming her behavior on her zodiac sign.
Everybody knows I'm an Aries, I'm a fire sign. I get very passionate. I seem nice online and innocent and everything, but you guys do not know. I will go to battle with my yelling, with my words, everything. I'm good at that, right? And if I gotta yell or check anyone, that's what I gotta do. That's just the way I be.
Now, can we just put this out here now? Anytime somebody is blaming their toxic traits, their toxic behavior on their zodiac signs, it's just diabolical. It's crazy. It just needs to be thrown out the window. It needs to be thrown.
Pause. Facts. Y'all gotta stop blaming y'all zodiac sign and everything.
No, for real.
Y'all zodiac sign, don't get me wrong, I love astrology and all that stuff, but y'all zodiac sign does not make your personality.
No.
I promise you. You were how you were because how you were raised, your environment, who you be around, all that stuff. Like, your zodiac is literally just a thing where it's like, it's a line. Your zodiac is about how your life is in line with the stars. Let's be very clear on that one. Okay? If y'all think otherwise, comment down below. But I'm just saying. Anything you guys think?
I support.
I'm just a messenger.
Thrown in the trash. Stop blaming your toxic behavior on your zodiac sign. It don't got nothing to do with your zodiac sign. To me, it don't. This next clip is a clip of DDG, Halle, and Halo at Halo's first birthday party. Now, you can see they're having a good time, but you can also see that Halle, she's reaching her hands out to Halo. Halo sees her. You can see that Halo wants to be held by his mom, Halle. But DDG just doesn't want to let his son, Halo, go to Halle, okay? So I guess fans were pointing this out as toxic because they felt like DDG was only thinking about his selfish needs with him wanting to hold Halo, not acknowledging the fact that Halo actually wanted to go to his mom, Halle.
I honestly didn't peep that like that.
No, he said no.
Oh, see, that's crazy. Yeah. No, you make me nervous.
No, he's nervous.
Oh.
Now, if you guys actually watched that video, you would know that this happened like several times during that birthday party. I don't know. It was a little cringy to watch, even though it wasn't that bad, but it just seemed like the two were, in a way, fighting over Halo. This is a clip of Halle Bailey actually admitting that she is a jealous and territorial girlfriend. She wants to know about her man's whereabouts, where he is, what he's doing, everything about her man.
I'm a jealous girlfriend. I'm a territorial girlfriend. All of the above. Where you go, who are you with? That's me. Oh, how long are you gonna be there? Oh, okay.
That's me.
Cool. Good to know.
Now, of course, once fans pulled this up,
I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that personally. I think there's a girl that cares, that wants to know where you're at, who you're with, like when you're gonna be back.
I would say it like this. I always tell her all the time, I just want my baby to come back home safely. Like,
Yeah.
I just want you back home in general. Like, not just about, like, as jealousy, but, like, you know, the world is crazy, you know, and every day's not promised, so you just want to make sure that your significant other is good at all times. Like,
Yeah.
what it is.
I disagree with that one. I don't think that's toxic.
Yeah.
up and this started to resurface, this really opened a lot of fans' eyes, especially to the fact that she said that she is territorial. And we know that DDG was speaking out and saying that he wasn't able to see his son Halo. Fans are looking at it as, oh, Halle Bailey wasn't only trying to be territorial towards DDG, but now she actually has the power and she's being territorial.
3 reasons Faye makes having a nutritionist easy. Number 1, no need to worry about paying a fortune. Faye
over their son Halo. While I do think it's great that Halle is able to take accountability for some of her toxic traits and she is self-aware, like studies even confirm this, it's a small percentage of people who are actually self-aware of their own actions and their toxic traits. So the fact that she can point it out and literally express to everyone, these are my toxic traits, these are the things that I do, is actually a pretty good thing, because we know the first step to healing and recovery is actually admitting that you have a problem. So I do see it as a good thing. While people are looking at it like, oh my gosh, she's admitting to all of these things that she's horrible at or all of her toxic traits, it is a good thing that she is self-aware. But I do think that Halle a little bit, she is contradicting. At one point, she's saying that she's jealous and territorial.
I'm a jealous girlfriend. I'm a territorial girlfriend.
But then I think that she kind of has different faces in different places. And a lot of us do. Another clip that I seen, she was basically saying that DDG can do whatever he wants.
Don't. He can do what he wants.
Now, this next clip is from 2017, and this is a clip of DDG popping up on popular influencer and rapper Jilly Anais, and she was completely uncomfortable, guys. You can tell that she was taken off guard. She didn't expect for DDG to just pop up where she was while she was having lunch, and she was even asking DDG, like, how did you get my location? How did you know where I was? And he was like, I seen that you posted it on Instagram.
Bugs of it.
What are you doing?
Weird.
What the?
What
are you doing here? Are you serious right now?
What?
You just gonna come and sit down? How'd you know I was here?
I just put on your Snapchat.
You went on my Snap and you found out I was here and so you came? That's just a little creepy.
How is it creepy? I just wanted to link up with you.
So you don't text me?
What did I text you for?
So you just pop up on people?
I'm just saying, I made sure you by yourself. I was looking at you through there.
You were looking at me through where? So you just be spying on people. Now what if I was with somebody?
Your camera making me look like a little weirdo.
You just popped up on me while I'm having lunch. That's not weird. Interesting how you feel entitled to just pop up on people.
I'm just saying, I just want to see. I don't do this. You understand? You know what I'm saying?
So I should be excited right now? I want to know. Am I tripping right now or am I tripping? Because he just popped up on the kid. We're going to have a serious off-camera talk because there's boundaries and there's limit.
It is super important to create boundaries with anybody, but especially narcissists. Now, like I said, I don't know if DDG is a narcissist or not. I just see a lot of people saying it on TikTok. And there's a such thing as being a narcissist and just having narcissistic traits. We really don't know which one it is for DDG. It's so important to set boundaries with a narcissist because they don't believe in boundaries and they believe in crossing your boundaries at every moment they can. Now, this next clip that fans...
That's not looking too good, homie.
It doesn't help, too, that they were just allegedly... He popped up at her house while she wasn't home.
Yeah.
And basically was like, oh, see what type of time you want or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of cringe, though. Like, it's okay to, like, pop up on people, but, like... Again, it's boundaries. Like, if it was like me and Sway back in the day when we were best friends, we'd just pop up on each other. That's just what it was. But we knew what our boundaries were.
Yeah.
In those instances, you could tell she was uncomfortable. And like she said, like, sometimes you can shoot a text or like, hey, I see you. Like, it's okay if I come over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, or if it was like one of those, like, I don't know. It just...
You can post a picture because you said he's seen it on Snapchat.
Right.
Hey, I noticed you were at such and such restaurant. Is it cool if I slide by?
Right.
And it's like, oh yeah, bet, slide.
Or imagine she just wanted some alone time.
Yeah, it's different to just pop up on somebody when
Yeah.
they're not your significant other.
Yeah. Whoa, boy.
Pulled up is a clip of Halle Bailey basically saying that she is a nosy and she likes drama, just not in her life. She likes to see it in other people's lives, but she doesn't like drama and toxicity in her own life.
That's anybody.
That's
nosy,
really anybody.
number one.
Anybody that watches the show.
Number two, I like
Literally.
drama.
Just like black
I
people,
just don't like drama in my
be
life,
arguing, so we peeping
but
at the blinds and stuff.
I love watching it in other people's.
While it's a good
Bro,
thing
it's
that
like-
Halle Bailey is self-aware and she knows her toxic traits and, some of the negative traits that she has, I hope that she's actually working on those traits and she's not just putting it out there. Some people are self-aware to the fact where they'll admit it, but they're not working on it because they're so in love with these toxic traits and they feel like it's okay. And for Halle Bailey, I don't know, it kind of scares me because in almost all of these videos where she's admitting to her toxic traits, she is like laughing or smiling. So it's like, girl, are you working on it or do you just like being this way? This clip is from some years ago when DDG was collaborating with multiple girls on YouTube and he was collaborating with Imaja at the time.
No, I'm on video this time, okay?
Yeah.
Hi, Mom. Now I'm about to go now.
Okay. All right. Can you give me a kiss on the cheek?
I guess.
Oh.
He used to do that all the time.
You really did not just kiss me.
That used to be his videos
Oh my
all
God.
the time.
Lucky you cute.
Now, even though we can tell that Imaja at the time, she didn't mind it. I'm pretty sure if you guys watch this full video, she actually liked it. She's like, you're lucky, you're cute. She didn't mind that he kissed her on the lips. But honestly, like I said, this does fall into the category. Just say if he did this to another female, this would definitely be crossing boundaries. I honestly do believe that you should be asking people to do certain things before you do it. Like, is it okay to touch you? Is it okay to hug you? Instead of just touching people and hugging people and kissing people however you please. That's when I feel like people are crossing boundaries. And like I said, I've had this done to me myself, and I was just completely uncomfortable. I was like, why would you?
I'm on the fence with that one. I've never asked someone to kiss them.
When you know someone is like attracted to you or is literally feeling you and like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like y'all kind of know.
I go off of vibes.
Right. Now, if it was just like a standard platonic, y'all just whatever, y'all chilling friends, and then y'all do that weird shit.
Yeah, I'm not about to just go up and...
Then I'd be like, all right, that's a little... doing too much. So, it really just... Yeah, that I see what you mean with that one.
Yeah, and it sometimes makes it awkward if you are feeling someone,
mm-hmm.
and then you say, can I kiss you? It makes it like... makes it the like vibe awkward because it's not like you're not smooth anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I guess if people play it off as like a respect thing, which you're gonna understand because some people,
but that's not everybody's aura. You know what I'm saying? Like you're never really in the moment of like, like how you doing?
Don't do
Can
that.
I kiss you? It's just like it's respectful, but like it's way like certain people's aura is a little different opposed to just being like. You know, like, you talking, like, in your vibe.
She's trying to raise up from back.
And then you're like, yo, like, what's good? Like, it's different. Like, you naturally let it happen versus just sitting there being like, you get this close. Can I kiss you?
You sure can? What's up?
You get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah,
like, how awkward is that? You know me, though. You're comfortable.
Right.
But if I just, like, can I kiss you? And you're already thinking about kissing me. And I'm just like, can I kiss you? It's like, yeah, go ahead. Like, you're ruining it. Like...
Honestly, it's just...
I was already in the moment of wanting to kiss you.
Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you get to know people before you start touching and kissing on them. How about that? Because everyone's different, but at the same time, like Sway said, if you know that person, you know that they'll be okay with kissing.
Yeah, some people don't like to be touched. Some people don't like to be kissed.
Some people like to be kissed. Some people are just like, they're
And I would
awkward.
never do that to someone who doesn't like to be touched or kissed. But someone who's okay with the vibe of just like smooth, like you know, like someone who has more of like a smooth riz is not going to be like, nah, can I kiss you? It just doesn't work like that.
Or just, I don't know.
You do this, and it really made me upset because it's definitely, like I said, someone crossing your boundaries and feeling entitled to kiss you on the...
To add on to that, though, I will say, too, I guess also it comes before, like, that's why I said getting to know someone because they probably had some type of traumatic experience with stuff like that.
Of course.
So it's kind of like, it really is a fence thing. Like, you're just really getting to know the person.
Before instances like this, before just going in for the kill and kissing someone, I always have conversation and say, like, how do you feel about kisses on the first date? Or, like, how do you feel about kissing someone? Like you know, I'm very, like, meticulous with my questions. Like,
exactly.
I'm not just like, I know nothing about you, let's kiss. First of all, we know I don't go around kissing.
She don't.
Like, I've dated someone for 7 months and still never kissed them. Like, I don't kiss. Like, I'm very like, nah. It all depends, you know what I'm saying? So it
really just like you said, it's really just about knowing the person, like literally just getting to know them, asking questions, make sure they're comfortable, and that's that. That was
so I guess you're just like, not you, but like people are looking at this and being like, oh, and trying to put pieces together about their situation that's happening. But unfortunately, you can't always do that. Like, they're trying to look through all of his videos, all of Halle's videos, everything that's happened in their past, and try to, like, be like, oh, this is why. Oh, look, this makes sense. But these things are completely unrelated. He didn't even know Halle back then.
And on top of that, too, I'm like, I don't even see
they're
how
two different people.
Yeah, I can honestly say I don't see how this relates to it. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't. But
And back then, they're two different people. They've grown so much as people. You can't
This is
compare
years ago.
old DDG to who he is now.
Right.
He's completely matured from who he was back then. Yeah, he still has his petty ways, but as far as like maturity goes, and the same with her. She was a kid back
Yeah.
then, so things she's saying about like, I'm petty and I'm this. I mean,
she might not be the same.
she's a kid. Like everybody at that age says things. We all say things.
She
you
is the
know?
Little Mermaid, damn it.
The lips, which is wild. But the good thing
Please.
is, at the time, Imaja and DDG seemingly liked each other, so she didn't mind. Now, this next clip kind of tells you guys how Halle thinks, and the way that she thinks is a little toxic, okay? Especially when it comes to relationships. In this clip, you will hear Halle say that once you have a man, that's always going to be your man, which we know is completely not true, ladies. We definitely know that that's not true. She said once you've been with a man for years, she's saying that he's going to always know where home is.
And if this was her man first, then why can't she keep effing on her man? I mean,
But he's not her man.
Yeah, but he's
was.
public property. Once you had a man, you always gonna have that man. In the back.
It could cost you up to $8,000 to fix a transmission, or up to $10,000 to fix your engine, or up to $2,000.
Back of your mind, you gotta know what you always did, right? She knows that he is gonna love her or have this tie to her for a while. Because if they were together for years, that's his home at that point.
Now, I honestly think that Halle thought that she was eating the girls up when she was saying this, but we know that this is absolutely not true. If it was true, we would see a lot more couples together, DDG and Halle, okay, not trying to be funny, but we would see a lot more couples lasting. We would see a lot more people together. This is absolutely not true. A lot of times after a relationship, the man moves on faster than the woman. Now, I understand the concept of what Halle is saying because, yes, a lot of times men do go back to their ex-fling or their ex in general, but sometimes they be in a drought and they just come back for that thing, okay? Doesn't mean that he knows where home is, that's still your man, or that he still loves you. Sometimes he's just in a drought and he needs that thing, so he comes back to you. Now, the next red flag for DDG was the obvious one, the messages that are now resurfacing between him and Ruby Rose when Ruby Rose Twitter got hacked, okay? And it showed that basically they were messaging about DDG allegedly putting his hands on Ruby Rose. Then we seen the pictures of the bruises on her arm. I feel like this was a huge red flag, and it just didn't make sense at the time. Like, oh my gosh, her Twitter got hacked, but the messages aren't real. Like, which one is it? Is the messages not real or her Twitter got hacked? I don't think that both could exist at the same time. But this situation definitely didn't make sense. But I think now that we've seen the pictures of Halle with the bruises on her arm, big red flag when these messages came out between Ruby Rose and DDG. And we've seen those pictures of Ruby Rose with those bruises on her arm. This is a clip of Halle Bailey basically expressing how attached she is to her son, Halo, okay? Now, this kind of falls into the category of the previous video that I just played of her saying that she's territorial because, of course, like I said, once again, we know that DDG was speaking out and he was saying that Halle wasn't allowing him to see their son Halo. So, of course, with fans pulling up these clips, they're feeling like these clips, especially this one, is proving how attached Halle is to Halo, so much so that she started to become so territorial that now she doesn't want DDG around Halo. And as we know, it recently came out that she was granted sole custody of Halo.
I love my baby so much. I need him with me in order to function, in order to be able to do the scenes and everything. So he's been out here with me majority of the time. But this week, and I go home on the weekends. But this week I had a lighter week and I'm going home tomorrow. So I got here last night and I'm going home tomorrow. So I was like, let me try to test myself and see if I can be without him for a day and leave him, let him and his daddy have daddy and son time. And guys, I miss him so much. But everybody knows Moo's the best daddy to him, but I miss him so much. Yesterday on the plane, I was crying and I went to, you know, the little airport stores. I bought a teddy bear and I was like clutching it to my chest. I bought a Build-A-Bear and a blanket and I was clutching it to my chest. Literally on the plane last night crying to not feel like miserable without him. I love him so much, guys. I don't know.
Those are all.
First, I want to say that did not age well in so many ways. One thing I can't speak on is being a mom, because I don't know. And I don't know what that love, like a motherly love, feels like from your actual kid. So I cannot speak on that. But what I can say, and I think we're going to say for both of us, it's like she's trying to fill a void with Halo, which
it's fine.
It's fine, but it's
but
a little.
How far do you go?
Yeah.
Like, would you make up lies to go there? You get what I'm saying? Like, it almost sounds.
That's why I said it didn't age well.
It almost sounds psychotic.
That's why I said that didn't age well at all. That didn't age well.
I think it's just bad timing. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, that was
timing.
a very, very hard resurfaced video, especially for this timing. That was really bad timing. Like that was rough.
Yeah, maybe it's not meant like that, but it just from the context that we're looking at it right now,
with everything going on, outside looking in,
that
it's
looks
like
crazy. That looks crazy.
That looks wild.
That looks psychotic.
Of the videos that I see in resurfacing on Halle Bailey and DDG, red flags that we overlooked and some toxic traits that these two definitely had that they had been expressing or that we've seen, and like I said, we just overlooked. Now I know some people are going to be upset because Halle Bailey is their fave. They just feel like she is perfect. But let me just say this. We all have toxic traits that we have to work on. We all have things that we have to heal from. And nobody on this earth is perfect. Okay? I don't care if it's Halle Bailey. I don't care if it's Halle Berry. I don't care if it's Beyonce. Nobody is perfect. We all have things that we have to work on. So definitely don't take this offensive. I know that Halle Bailey was recently granted that restraining order from her baby daddy DDG, and that's not to take away from that. This is not we're trying to point out where Halle Bailey was wrong and she deserved what happened to her. This is not that at all. So I know some people are going to try to twist this video. That's why I wanted to go ahead and mention this, because this is not that. Like I said, we all have toxic traits. This is not a video to judge. This is just some things that people have been pointing out. But I definitely want to know what you guys think about this in the comments section. What do you think about Halle and DDG's toxic traits that maybe we overlooked? Maybe you didn't overlook it. Maybe you've seen some of these things and you mentioned it and
okay. So I'm gonna start by saying I'm right. I'm right in the middle. Because it's not my relationship. It's not my business. It's their relationship. So I'm always very careful what I speak and say into people's relationship because it has nothing to do with me. But of course, these are celebrities, so we are entitled to say what we think, you know? But it's to be taken with a grain of sand, literally, because
very much so.
It's not our business, you know, and it's not our relationship. That's why I'm right neutral in the middle. Like, I see both sides almost. Mm-hmm. Like, I guess because I've been watching DDG for a long time, but I've also seen her when she was like the Beyond, like right before
the Prodigy.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I see both sides, and I can't see DDG like being those things that she's saying. But then I also, from some of these clips, can't really see, like, I see a mom who's scared of losing her son, who feels alone, who looks at her son as, a, like you said, a security blanket, and thinks to herself, when I have him around, I feel secure, right? Mm-hmm. But then in my mind, I think, how far would a mother go? Like you said, we're not mothers, so I think to myself, how far would a mother go? But then I know, like, I see her as, like, a person, and I'm like, I don't think she would lie about something like that. Mm-hmm. But then I also just can't see him as being, like, narcissistic and like abusive and all of that. But then again, like I said, it's none of my business. I don't know these people. They could be two completely different people behind closed doors. But that's just my take on it. I don't know. I feel like it's a misunderstood thing. I feel like it was like a cry out for help that kind of went too far. And then by the time it got too far, it was kind of like, oh, shoot. Like, and then your celebrities, it kind of just pushes to everybody. And I think it was maybe one situation that got out of hand between them that then became his whole character is abusive. And that's what I don't like sometimes. I'm not saying it's condoned, but I'm just saying one bad situation in a relationship sometimes can taint the whole mind of a woman or a whole mind of a person to say, you are an abuser. Just say if you were to go to hit me or like start fighting and punching on me, I'm not just I'm gonna defend myself. I'm gonna grab you. So like, yeah, bruises might come on you from me grabbing you to protect myself. But, like, I mean, I'm not going to full-fledged, like, Mike Tyson you. But, like,
Mike Tyson's
I'm a little stronger than you. So, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot stronger than you. So I'm not going to ever Mike Tyson you.
Right.
But I can't say that I won't grab you and detain you a little bit and, like, grab you like, yo, like, chill out.
Right.
But with that, because I'm more, like, dominant sometimes, that could be looked at as, like, oh, she's abusive because of how strong I am to put you down and to, like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wonder if it was, like, a situation where, like, maybe she got aggressive with him, he detained and, like, got angry, and then it became, you put your hands on me. And now, like I said, I don't know. This is not my business. I don't know. I'm not speaking for him. I'm not speaking for her. I'm just, like, doing the same thing everybody else is. I'm confused.
It's just a really unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
And like Kai said, like, you know, you really gotta just pray for both sides. Like, you can't really, there's no side to choose. It's not our business. It's not, like, no one's gonna really know. You know, they're the only two that are gonna know, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, and then people are basically saying, like, you know, DG, like, basically saying, like, oh, Halle carried it in silence, and she just took it to the courts and everything, and then you have DDG, you know, he have his family, but anyone knows about DDG, his family's going to back him up tenfold every single time. Of course they're going to speak.
Of course.
Sometimes, though, you got to be quiet.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's best to just be quiet, because sometimes, especially with the media, especially with, you know, everything in the people in the world, they're going to keep dragging it. It's going to keep remixed. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse.
It gets bigger.
This is one of those situations where you just got to be quiet.
Yeah.
Because,
and the legality portion.
Yeah, and the legality portion,
the more
too.
you speak.
Because, yeah, technically he's not allowed to say anything.
Yeah.
But y'all speaking on it, too, is not going to help his character either. Exactly. So it's one of those situations. It's so unfortunate because, of course, we all wanted them to make it work.
Yeah.
It was, in our eyes at one point, it was beautiful. So now it's like, what happened? And we're never going to know. But like Sway and I said, we're just speaking just like everybody else, trying to figure everything out. Just out of curiosity. It might kill the cat later, but it's what it is. But wishing the best for both of them and the baby. And
I genuinely hope both of them, whether it's together, apart, find peace, happiness with whoever it is that they may find peace with. If they find themselves back together later, and I know everybody's like, no, but like only they can write their own future. So if they find themselves back together in the future and they can make it work to have a full family, I pray that for them. If they can do it separately and they are more happier apart, I pray that for them. Like, either way, I just pray their happiness, and I pray Halo's happiness.
Yep.
Whatever makes him happy, honestly, and what makes them happy as a person. I'm just all for happiness, honestly.
Me too.
I'm not staying with somebody just because you got a baby with them. If you're miserable, you know, like, because if anything, you make the baby more miserable when you stay around.
Yep, that's accurate. So,
yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know if there's anything else you want us to react to, anything else you want us to do. We are going to be going live soon. We're going to start going live regularly, getting to know our audience, getting to know our family, because we definitely don't call you guys fans, we call you guys family. So, yeah. Got anything to say, baby? You're a fool, ain't you? You're like, you sleepy. She about to take a big nap.
Y'all, let me tell you something. Food was bomb. Nah, for real. We really do appreciate y'all, joining our family and everything, sticking with us, old fans, new fans, or friends and everything. But yeah, literally, let us know what you want us to do. We are down for anything.
Anything.
And yeah, we counting down for a very special day. It's
Yes.
Coming way sooner than what we thought. We have some story times for y'all.
We really do. We have like
we gotta catch y'all up. Yeah, we gotta catch y'all up. So
we've had a lot that's happened.
So we'll talk to y'all real soon.
Bye.
Bye.